Annyeonghaseyo. Hi everyone, it's the Crystal Messenger coming at you with day 5. So, let me tell you guys a little bit. So I will say number 1, it didn't open yesterday, but I will comment. So yesterday, after I was done meditating, I would say in an hour or an hour and a half after I had finished, well, an hour and a half slash 2 hours after I had finished meditating, my head started to hurt a little bit. But at first it was just feeling tight, and like I could feel like the bridge of my nose tightening up, and then but after a while it moved to like the middle of to the middle back area of my head. And at one point, like for a few moments, I could feel like the inside of like my brain, like in the middle part of my brain, like vibrating a little bit. So I thought that was interesting, and I would say it hurt for the rest of the night. Well, it didn't really hurt, but because when I wouldn't pay attention to it, like because I normally dance in my room at like 8, so when I wasn't focusing on it, I really couldn't feel it. But it was when I was like sitting down and just thinking, I wonder if my head still hurts. Then I could feel like the pain in like the middle of my in the middle of my brain, and I still feel it a little bit. But so I'm going to comment on how yesterday I did the technique differently than how I did it the first two days. The first 2 days I just said though, but yesterday I held out the TH to make a Z sound, so I said though, and that's the proper way to do it. So I wasn't sure if I was doing it wrong the first 2 days, so I kind of just like annexed the first two days. So I'm counting yesterday as day 1, and today was day 2, which I just finished doing the meditation. And yeah, so let me comment about last night. So I went to bed. I was extremely hot. I was hot all night, and but the funny thing is, I was wearing extremely like loose, airy clothing, and it wasn't hot in the house. But I was like, especially I would say the first hour, I was burning up, and my vision was going a little wacky. But last night I wasn't really focusing on it. But yeah, I wasn't really focusing on it. But I was like dreaming. I was in that dream state again, where it's like I'm half awake, half asleep, I guess. But no, I was dreaming, but I can't really remember what my dreams were. I just know that they were really wacky. Like, I don't know, like it's hard for me to explain it. And I will comment that on I forgot to mention this 2 videos ago. I mean, was it yesterday? Yeah, on yesterday's video, 2 days ago, when my vision, when it first was doing that wacky stuff at night, I remember seeing these white lines, and they were all like together, and then in the middle of like these lines were these like diamond spaces. It was like a space, but it was in like a diamond shape, and like I would see either 0 or 6 in those spaces. So I forgot to bring that up in the older in yesterday's video, and I thought about it last night while I was laying in bed. I was like, oh, I forgot. And I kind of saw it again last night, but last night I wasn't trying to focus on what I was seeing. I was like, well, maybe if I just go to sleep, then maybe it'll happen then. But no, I went to sleep and then I woke up. Though I really can't explain how I was feeling yesterday. It was a very strange feeling. I can't really explain it, but yeah, so I just went to sleep and I noticed every time I got a message on my phone, I'd wake up from my dream. And it's not on vibrate, it was on silent, but every time someone would message me at like 12 something and I was asleep, I would wake up and then I check my phone and someone had just messaged me, and that happened like 4 or 5 times. And yeah, so other than that, last night was a pretty average night, I guess. So yeah, so I'm counting this as like day 2 for like the proper mantra, because I don't think I was doing it correctly the first 2 days. Though on day 2 of me doing it incorrectly, I did see something, but I'm just counting yesterday as day 1 of like the proper way. So yeah, and I wanted to comment, like, if any of you guys or just anyone that stumbles upon this, if you've opened your third eye and there is a technique that you did, or just comment like your experiences with when you open up your third eye and like the process, and you know your thoughts and what you saw or heard or felt during the process. Because honestly, I will be honest, I don't feel discouraged right now, but because I'm kind of like fighting off that feeling, I don't really feel it. But the purpose of this channel is for me to be vulnerable, so other people can relate to me in their vulnerability. So why I'm saying that is because I don't know, I am going to try it, and this is day 2 and tomorrow will be day 3, and I would say that if it doesn't work, like if I'm doing it the proper way and other than like pain and things and nothing's happening like it has for other people, then I'm just going to take that as I don't need to open it, I guess. And I'm just gonna, though I don't really want to have an average life, me knowing my patience level, I'm gonna start getting impatient again and wondering why it works for other people but not for me, because I do feel that I can feel myself asking I can feel me asking me that question, basically, like subconsciously, like, because I was really excited last night, because I was like, okay, so I'm feeling this pain and I'm feeling this way, so maybe maybe tonight is the night, I'll wake up and something extraordinary is going to happen, but it didn't. So, but I'm not I don't feel like discouraged right now, because my thinking is maybe I was doing it wrong the first 2 days, because I did it entirely different yesterday. Well, not entirely different, but I did it differently yesterday than I did the first 2 days, and I may have been on like a slightly higher tone than I did the first two days. So we're going to see. And if it still doesn't work, then I guess I need to just give up, because I don't know what else to listen to. By Neural Beats isn't working. I can't go vegan right now, because I I don't have a job, and when I do get a job, I have to spend all of that money on college things. So people that are like, you need to go vegan, and or that tell people that they need to go vegan to open it. First off, I know too many people that aren't vegan that have opened it, and B, if that's what I personally need to do, I can't do it right now because there are other more important things that I need to focus on that's in this reality. And yeah, so I'm just gonna take it as I don't need to open it right now because nothing's working. Nothing has worked, and it's kind of discouraging. I'm saying all of this, but I don't feel sad right now. But I know that I have in the past felt really sad, and wondering why it's so hard for me, you know? So yeah. I'm not saying this, get like pity or whatever. It's just like me documenting how my feelings have been, and yeah. So I don't know, if nothing happens, then I'm just gonna have to give up. I'm just gonna. This is something that I really want to do, but if nothing's working, then guess we all don't get what we want. But have a nice day, everyone, and I look forward to when you guys find this channel and can share to me your experiences, because it may not work for me, but I love hearing people's success stories and what they've been through, and because it's kind of like I'm living through them, like nothing's working for me, so I feel extremely like excited when something works for someone else, because it's like watching TV and watching a superhero show where you can't do it, but seeing that, even though it's just a show, when they power up, you feel just as excited that they do, and I will be just as ecstatic if these experiences that I wish to happen to me happen to other people, because I love hearing other people's stories. So yeah, everyone, have a nice day. Annyeong.